Welcome to a 2 versus 2 AI only bridge battle. I used to love doing these, I don't know why I stopped, I just completely forgot about the idea. So I'm going to spectate as the Julii, and today we have the Seleucid Empire and Carthage, working together to defend against Egypt and Parthia. Well, not defend, I guess both are going to be attacking, so both are going to cross the bridge at the same time. Hopefully they're going to meet on the bridge, and it's going to be whoever's the most dominant on the bridge. So it's AI only, so we're going to have random armies. Here's the Seleucid Empire. They've gone for some peasants. Ooh, 2 catapults. I guess they're actually okay on the bridge. We got some elephants, which is good. I like to see elephants in these. Some chariots and phalanxes and legionaries. What has Carthage gone for? A very similar army. But without the peasants, which is good to see. Better elephants, I think. Yeah, better elephants. And they've got unlimited money. They should really go for the best units. Like, just spam all the best units. But they haven't. It's for AI. Some slingers, 3 catapults, and a bit more cavalry, I think. And they're going to be up against Egypt. What are they going to go for? So we got 2 catapult units, some peasants, some missile cavalry. Ooh. I'm not that confident in the roster of Egypt here. Can Parthia help them out? Well, we've got some cataphracts in. Actually, no, they don't. But they kind of do, but they don't have a real cataphracts. It's just for armor general. That's going to be a bit of a downside. Peasants. Eastern infantry. They got some elephants, but I think that's okay. Anyway, let's find out, see if they can win. And so here we are, it begins. Now the Seleucid Empire do have a slight advantage, being closer to the bridge, given where I have to spawn to spectate. But yeah, it shouldn't mean too much. It actually spawns Carthage further away. So although the Seleucid Empire does have like an advantage of getting to the bridge first, it means they'll be up against a 1 versus 2, and Carthage, they're going to take much longer to get here. Because by the time the Seleucid Empire have crossed, they'll be fighting on both flanks. Carthage will be stuck behind the Seleucid Empire, unable to get through. So it is a benefit and a weakness at the same time. Depends how the AI manage it. Right, I'm just here spectating, getting ready, and it depends how the Seleucid Empire cross as well. If they just storm across, then it's not going to be good for them. So they've got an advantage, but they can't really use it that much. So yeah, it's always interesting to see. Parthia over here, they've got their elephants. I think the Seleucid Empire are going to form their catapults up first. They'll have that small advantage. Egypt being very, very slow. Yeah, they're actually pulling back. This is a bit of a problem for Egypt. Oh, I think the battles began. Oh, and on the elephants as well. That's what Egypt were doing. They've set up their catapults and they're firing in across the river onto the Carthaginian elephants, trying to take them out. That's actually a smart plan by Egypt. Seleucid Empire, they're not yet in range. So, yeah, and what are they doing? They're starting to cross the bridge, but oh, they're pulling back. This is not good for Carthage. What is this they've lost? It looks like a cavalryman. But yeah, losing elephants to catapults, that's not what they want. And the general's cavalry as well. They almost lost the general to a catapult shot. Oh, right now, I would say the favour is in the Seleucid Empire team. But if Egypt's team keeps this up, I think the advantage would go to them. If they killed the general, then massive advantage would go to them. They just need to sit there and keep this up. The AI is being very slow. Right, now would be the perfect time to shoot. Take out an elephant and some of the these soldiers here. Wait, are these phalanx units? I thought they were just normal infantry. Ooh, that's a load of elephants burnt. That's almost a full squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elephants. One squad has 12 elephants. Oh, but I think the Carthaginians are firing back. Yes, they are with their 3 catapults. They've removed, mostly killed off a squad of... Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh, the elephants went berserk, the elephants went berserk. Alright, well, as I was saying, they've killed a few phalanxes, not the best units. They could have had better use. Why is this just a catapult battle, was that? The Seleucid Empire lost their general because, of course, Parthia have set up and they're firing as well. Why do you have your general over here? They're killing some of the chariots as well. Why is no one crossing the bridge? Usually the AI just storms across the bridge, but they've been very slow with it today. Dead bodies in the river already and the battle's not already started. Of course, now my headset decides to tell me that it's out of battery and just shuts itself off. It only does it when it's got like 1% charge left, so it's at 1% charge, then it says running out of battery, and it uses the final 1% of its charge, just shouting through my ears, telling me that it's running out, and then gone. Oh, it's so annoying. My phone is even worse. It spends more of its battery power telling me that it's running out of battery. Like, it starts telling me at 60%, but it takes so much energy into doing that, and it keeps itself on as well, as it's constantly checking the battery, and it just completely drains it. So that once it gets down to like 60 or 65%, you got to put it on charge, otherwise it would just die. That's what you get for only like spending £5 on it, but still, it's really stupid. Okay, so right now it's just a catapult skirmish, which is very annoying, but it seems like Egypt are making a move. Are they going to be first to cross the bridge? At least the advantage of the Seleucid Empire starting closer to it means nothing now. Oh, they're firing at me. Right, I've got to pull out then. Get myself out of the battlefield. Yeah, because the fact that they're taking so long, chariots have gone berserk. They're going to slaughter me if I'm not careful. I still like to stay in the battlefield because it shows you the banners, so I do like to stay in. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. We might get slaughtered by the chariots, but we should remain on the battle map. The Seleucid Empire losing their general though, that's a very big hit on them. They're going to struggle. Okay, now both factions are sort of ordered to cross the bridge. Play aggressively, but that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing Carthage, the Seleucid Empire make a push, Carthage behind them, but Parthia and Egypt decided to break the rules of the game and play defensive. Like, they're both programmed to actually cross the bridge and just charge at each other on the bridge. This is how all the other ones work, but no, for some weird reason, they just don't want to do that. They're playing defensive, and the Seleucid Empire, along with Carthage, are the ones having to cross. But at least they've given them some room. It's not going to be some, like, slaughtering the bridge choke point. They've given them some room, given them some time to set up, so it's going to be more of a grassy flatlands battle. Although the Seleucid Empire and Carthage, they're going to be in the middle, fighting on both sides, and lose with a general down. Now, I think they've got the better armies. Ooh, a big catapult strike there, taking out a load of legionaries. But if Carthage is just going to suicide the general into charging into Egypt with no backup, then that's not going to be good for them. Oh, did I get caught on the side? They might have just made it out. No, they did get caught on the side. They've got to get the general out of there. Javelins now firing them back. Is it javelins? No, it's just camel archers. They've got to be careful. Where's the general down to the final 6? Is Carthage going to lose their general? I think they are. Final guy has lost all his bodyguards. Is he going to get cut down? He's made it so far, but he has retreated. So that's now both of these. He's dead. He's dead. Carthage and the Seleucid Empire both without a general. They're playing on the aggression as well. They're getting slaughtered. The Seleucid Empire breaking over here. I don't know what they're thinking. The Egyptians now moving in. This has been a cowardly game by the Egyptians and Parthia. They're playing it very cowardly. They're not meant to fight like this. They're meant to be aggressive. But for whatever reason, they've decided not to. And yeah, it's given them a massive advantage. They are charging a general in. I want to see this here. So we got Egyptian bodyguard, Parthian cataphracts, and Carthaginian armoured elephants. What a mix this is. And the elephants, of course, go berserk. Oh, that's not good. At least it's going to go berserk into Parthian lines, once they've, of course, ran their own troops down. So that could work out for them. Egypt, they pull the general back. He is safe. As I said, very cowardly game, but an overly brave game by the Seleucid Empire and by Carthage. They're playing it very aggressively. The frame rate right now might be struggling a little bit. You know, it's just a Windows 10 issue, nothing I can do. Every version of Windows 10 seems to be different with Rome Total War. Mine is why it struggles to run the game. When there's a lot of troops on the battlefield, everything else seems to be fine with it. Some people can't run intro cutscenes, some people can't use fire arrows, it's different for everyone. And yeah, some people can't get the AI to work right, and that seems to be what's happening here. Carthage, Seleucid Empire, what are you doing? I respect their move to actually start the battle and do something, but yeah, this just has not worked. First of all, charging the generals in like that did not work. If they'd actually just set up a defence and form like a circular defence around the bridge, they'd have that bit of high ground as well, that could have worked, but no, they've just all crossed at once, threw the generals in, lost their morale, lost their generals, and now they're being attacked on both sides. They've got their phalanxes down, and the Egyptian general's dead. They might be able to make something of that, but they need the Parthian general dead too. What they need to do is they need to hold this bridge. It could work in their favour, because if they pull back just a little bit, get forced back just a bit, then they'll have the choke point advantage. And all of these units here will be flooding in, most of them peasants, into the phalanxes of the Seleucid Empire and Carthage. So this could work out in their favour, but it's not looking like it. They need to get their phalanxes down and make the most of their stronger units. Right now the balance of power really is not in favour of them at all. They've lost 60% of their troops, and they've only killed 20% of the enemy. Now we've seen the AI come back in situations like this, but we're not going to see it here today. I think Parthia and Egypt are going to secure the win. Even though their army is so much weaker and made up of peasants, they just played this with strategic brilliance. I love what I'm seeing here right now. Catapults still firing in though, they might be able to make something of that. If they kill the Parthian general, they might be able to have like a mass rout sort of thing and then make it even, but it's all going to be down to those catapults right now. The elephants are all dead, or maybe the Parthian elephants going berserk, they might be able to do something, but you know, it's not happening. We're not seeing it. And slowly, Carthage and the Seleucid Empire losing their troops. They've lost all their troops on the bridge now. They've got nothing to hold it. Parthia has crossed onto the other side with their cataphracts, going to now silence the slingers and the catapults. By the way, the cross between yellow and pink, it looks beautiful, by the way. It reminds me of like some old sweets that I used to eat when I was younger, like some yellow pink spirals. I'm getting weird nostalgia towards them. What are you doing, Parthia? You got your cataphracts on this side. Knock out the catapults. That's the only thing that can work for your enemies right now, the catapults. Take them out and you should be fine. What is Egypt doing all the way over here with 4 cavalry units? Ah well, there we go. The catapult's broken, the slingers have broken. It's just the Carthaginian catapults left. I'm pulling out of the battle now, there's no point me being here. Let's triple speed it. Carthage, looks like they're going to push their catapults and use them in melee. They made a lot of mistakes, and the Egyptians and the Parthians, they had strategic advantage throughout this battle here. They had all the strategic advantages. A little bit cowardly in my opinion, but it worked out for them. And they did things that AI have never done before. Use their intelligence part. Now they always use the artificial part, but the intelligence, meh, sometimes Rome Total War lacks. But this AI did it. Although it looks like they did send Parthia's elephants berserk, so they must have hit them with a catapult or something, but it wasn't enough. Well done, to the team of Egypt and Parthia. But I guess well done to the Seleucid Empire and Carthage for at least being brave about it. Numbers were even overall. Let's, yeah, those percentages do not look good. 200 kills, 400 kills, compared to 1,000 and 1,300. Wow, that was a slaughter. That was a real big slaughter there. And I'm planning on using this video to announce that sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks, once I get my new PC, there's going to be an AI only campaign for Rome Taught to War. Most people loved the last one that I did, and there's going to be of course another one. It's going to be much bigger, much better, and should be much more entertaining as well. So if you're looking forward to that, subscribe to get notified of it. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, and please share as always if you know anyone who would be interested. I've been MELKOR, and until the next one, goodbye.